mass defect and binding energy. How can you define mass defect and binding energy? So mass defect, first of all, mass defect that is indicated with MD is nothing but number of protons should be denoted with Z into mass of each proton should be denoted with M suffix P minus number of neutrons. What is the formula for number of neutrons? That is A minus Z, number of neutrons into mass of each neutron minus mass of the nuclei. That means mass defect is the difference between mass of the nuclei, original nuclei, and mass of its constituents. What are the constituents? Protons and neutrons. So Z indicates number of protons into mass of each proton. So difference అంటున్నాం కాబట్టి మైనస్ సైన్ తీసుకున్నాం. సో A minus Z indicates number of neutrons into mass of each neutron minus mass of the nucleus. That means mass defect means mass of, it is the difference between the mass of the constituents and mass of the original nuclei. ఈ డిఫరెన్స్ మనం మాస్ డిఫెక్ట్ అని చెప్తా ఉంటాం. నెక్స్ట్ BE, that is binding energy. How can we define binding energy? Binding energy is nothing but energy required to break the nucleus into its constituent nucleons. అంటే ఒక న్యూక్లియస్ ని బ్రేక్ చేయడానికి అవసరమైనటువంటి ఎనర్జీని మనం బైండింగ్ ఎనర్జీ. అంటే న్యూక్లియస్ బ్రేక్ చేసినట్టయితే అందులో ఏముంటాయి మనకి? న్యూక్లియాన్స్ అంటే ప్రోటాన్స్ అండ్ న్యూట్రాన్స్ అలాగా విడగొట్టేటాన్ని మనం బైండింగ్ ఎనర్జీ, ఆ ఎనర్జీని మనం బైండింగ్ ఎనర్జీ అని చెప్తాం. Formula for binding energy again, it is nothing but mass defect into 931.5 MeV. This is the formula for binding energy. Now, how binding energy per nucleon versus mass number? How binding energy nucleon will be varies with increasing the mass number. So, this figure shows that binding energy per nucleon. So this is the mass number on this x-axis. So on y-axis binding energy per nucleon. So this curve represents the iron. Here it will be has the highest binding energy per nucleon. It has a greater stability comparing with the remaining elements. So iron has a maximum stability, greater stability. It neither undergo fission nor fusion. అంటే ఇదే రియాక్షన్లోనే పాల్గొదు, ఆల్రెడీ స్టేబుల్గానే ఉంది కాబట్టి ఫిజన్ రియాక్షన్లోనే పాల్గొదు, ఫ్యూజన్ రియాక్షన్లో కూడా పాల్గొదు. ఎందుకంటే ఇట్ హ్యాస్ ఎ గ్రేటర్ స్టేబిలిటీ నియర్లీ 8.7 MeV. సో బైండింగ్ ఎనర్జీ ఫర్ న్యూక్లియన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఐరన్. సో బట్ hydrogen is the lighter nuclei. It has less stability. To attain greater stability, it participate in the fusion reaction. Lighter nucleus combine, that means a hydrogen nuclei combine and form helium, but it has greater stability. So that means it participate in the nuclear fusion reaction. But okay, next uranium. Uranium 92-235. Here it has somewhat less stability. It has only some 7.6 MeV. So it undergo fission process. That means heavy nucleus splits or breaks into two equal or unequal fragments. Okay, that means it participates in the fission reaction to attain the stability. These are the three elements we have to remember: hydrogen, iron, and uranium. Iron has a greater stability among all the elements, 8.7 MeV. It neither participate in fission nor fusion. ఫ్యూజన్ లోని కూడా పాల్గొదు, ఎందుకంటే అది ఆల్రెడీ స్టేబుల్ గా ఉంది కాబట్టి, గ్రేట్ బైండింగ్ ఎనర్జీ పర్ న్యూక్లియన్ ఉంది కాబట్టి. నెక్స్ట్ యురేనియం కొంత తక్కువగా ఉంటుంది స్టెబిలిటీ, అంచేత స్టేబిలిటీ పొందడం కోసం ఫిజన్ రియాక్షన్ అంటే హెవీ న్యూక్లియస్ స్ప్లిట్ అయిపోతుంది రెండు లేక అంతకన్నా ఎక్కువగా స్ప్లిట్ అయిపోయి ఫిజన్ రియాక్షన్ లో పాల్గొని స్టెబిలిటీని పొందుతుంది. అలాగే హైడ్రోజన్ లైటర్ న్యూక్లీ, ఇది కూడా స్టెబిలిటీ తక్కువగా ఉండటం వల్ల ఇది ఫిజన్ రియాక్షన్ కాదు, వేరే లైట్ న్యూక్లీ హైడ్రోజన్తో కంబైన్ అయ్యి కొంచెం హెవీ న్యూక్లీ అంటే హీలియం లాగా స్టెబిలిటీ ఉన్న న్యూక్లీ లాగా ఫామ్ అయ్యి ఇది స్టెబిలిటీని పొందుతుంది. సో అంచేత ఈ మూడు మనం గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సి ఉంటుంది. వన్ ఈజ్ దట్ హైడ్రోజన్, ఐరన్ అండ్ యురేనియం. సో దెన్ దిస్ binding energy per nucleon will be, that means a greater stability will be having even number of protons and neutrons. Let us say what are the even number of protons and neutrons. Let us say helium 2 4, carbon 6 12, oxygen 8 16. See here 4 minus 2, that means number of neutrons n is equal to a minus z. Here a, mass number 4, atomic number 2, that means number of neutrons here 2, that is even number. Similarly, see here carbon, number of neutrons n is equal to again a minus z, 12 minus 6, again 6, it is also even number. Next, oxygen, here number of neutrons n is equal to a minus z, 16 minus 8, again it will be 8, again even number. That means the elements which have even number of protons and neutrons have greater stability. So that means they have highest binding energy per nucleon, they have greater stability. They should have equal number, even number of neutrons and protons. Next, some elements like lithium, boron, nitrogen. So boron 510, nitrogen 714, lithium 3 6. Here see here number of neutrons n is equal to a minus z, 6 minus 3, that is equal to 3. This is the odd number of neutrons and protons. See here n is equal to a minus z, 10 minus 5, here again 5. That means here also odd number of neutrons and protons. So in this case nitrogen n is equal to number of neutrons n is equal to again a minus z, 14 minus 7, that is equal to 7. This is also odd number. So that means elements which have odd number of protons and neutrons have somewhat less stability while comparing with the even number of protons and neutrons. So what are the examples for odd number of protons and neutrons? Lithium, boron and nitrogen. They have odd number of neutrons and protons, they have less stability. This curve shows that minima and maximum stability. Minima stability for odd number of neutrons and protons, elements like lithium, boron, and nitrogen. Maximum greater stability, that means associated with even number of protons and neutrons, elements like helium, carbon and oxygen. See about binding energy for a nucleon curve. So two definitions are very important. What is mass defect and binding energy? Mass defect is nothing but the difference in mass of the nuclei and mass of its constituents. Okay, binding energy is nothing but energy required to break the nucleus into its constituent nucleons. That energy is nothing but a binding. Next question, why is the density of the nucleus more than that of the atom? Show the density number density of nuclear matter is same for all nuclei. So look here, why is the density of the nucleus more than that of the atom? So show that density of nuclear matter is the same for the nuclei, all nuclei. So first of all, we know that density. What is meant by density? Density is nothing but mass by volume. That means density is inversely proportional to the volume. And volume is directly proportional to the atomic mass. That means if atomic mass, that means number of neutrons and protons increases in an atom, volume of the atom will also increases. So what is the formula for volume? Is that means atom is a shape of sphere. Sphere volume formula we know it will be 4 by 3 pi r cube. It directly proportional to the atomic mass. So 4 by 3 pi is the constant, then r cube directly proportional to the mass number or atomic mass, or r directly proportional to the a to the power of 1 by 3. If you introduce a constant, proportionality constant r naught, then r naught to the power of r is equal to r naught a to the power of 1 by 3. See the r value. Then how do you calculate the density? So density is nothing but mass by volume. So mass of the atom, that means it is nothing but mass of the nucleons. What are the nucleons? Protons and the neutrons. They have only the mass. That is nothing but atomic mass and mass of the each nucleon by volume. So what is the formula for volume? Volume of the sphere is nothing but 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi r cube. R cube, what is the value of r here we are calculated? R naught a to the power of 1 by 3. Here it will be cube. So therefore 4 by 3 pi r naught cube, 3 will be cancelled. R naught a. R naught cube a. This is the formula for volume. Substitute here the value. So we'll write here. What is the volume? Volume value will be 4 by 3 pi r naught cube a. Cancel a and a. Then it becomes 3m by 4 pi r naught cube. This is the formula for density. Look about this formula. Here there will be no, in this equation there will be no a, that means no atomic number. See here, the density of the nuclear matter is same for all the nuclei. That means it is independent of the atomic number. That is our comment we have to write. It is same for all the nuclei. So density of the nucleus is independent of the mass number. So here there will be no mass number, nor atomic mass. A is not there in this formula. So it is not dependent on the mass number. It is same for all the nuclei. So this is about answer for this question. It is same for all the nuclei. A density is independent of the mass number. Next, note down one of the problem on about the comparison of volumes and atomic mass. Okay, so what is the problem? So problem number 1. Show that density of nucleus. This is already over. Next, compare the second problem. Compare the radii of the nuclei of mass number mass number 27 and 64. Okay. Here mass number A1 will be 27, another atom A2 will be 64. What is the relation between R and A? So volume directly proportional to the mass number or atomic mass. Volume formula 4 by 3 pi r cube directly proportional to A. That means r cube directly proportional to A. 4 by 3 pi will be constant. Or r directly proportional to A to the power of 1 by 3. Here there will be comparison. Two values they are given. R1 will be how much? R2 will be how much? Okay. R and A will be directly equal. Therefore, R1 by R2 is equal to A1 by A2 whole to the power of 1 by 3. So, R1 by R2 is equal to A1 value 27, A2 value 64 whole to the power of 1 by 3. This will be written as 3 cube. Will be written as 4 cube whole to the power of 1 by 3. That means 3 by 4 whole cube. 3 will be cancelled. Answer will be 3 by 4. Therefore, what is the ratio of this R1 and R2? Or R1 by R2 value or R1 is to R2 is equal to 3 is to 4. So this whole problem will be depends on a single sentence, volume and mass number are directly proportional. If mass number increases or atomic mass increases, volume of the atom also increases. So volume formula 4 by 3 pi r cube. So it will directly equal to A. R cube directly proportional to A, or R is equal to A to the power of 1 by 3 or R naught. R naught anyhow it will be constant. So for R1 by R2 is equal to A1 by A2 whole to the power of 1 by 3. Substitute the values, we get R1 is to R2 is equal to 3 is to 4.